Today is the 74th anniversary of D-Day, the Allied invasion of Nazi-occupied Europe. It was carried out on the beaches of Normandy in France and was and remains the largest invasion of anything, anywhere, at any time, and was paid for with enormous amounts of blood to ensure our freedom today. If you know one of the few remaining veterans of that day, thank them for making it so that as you grew up, you weren't speaking German. And do it very, very soon. It's far too easy to wait too long. There's another event to honor today, and that is the anniversary of the day Robert F. Kennedy was assassinated. That day deserves our understanding. The more I learn formally and through simple human experience, the more I see how critically important are the fraternal twins, hope and caring. We humans crave them both, and with them can do and endure anything. And without them, all is lost. You can test the caring part by examining how you feel about someone who plainly doesn't care about you. Likely you don't care much about them either. You don't want to be in relationship with them, and you certainly aren't motivated to support them. On the other hand, when someone does care about you, you know it, and you care about them, and are engaged and willing, even enthusiastic, to support them. That's the power of caring. The hope part is perhaps more ethereal, more difficult to pin down, but we know it when we feel it. In 1968, we were locked in a Cold War that threatened to end life on this planet. At the same time, we were bogged down in the endless slaughter of the war in Vietnam, with 500,000 of our military people there. Every day we saw the films of the carnage and got the report of our dead, the body count. We deeply needed something to give us hope. Then Bobby Kennedy was running for president. He didn't have the charisma of his older brother. He didn't have the glamour or anywhere near the experience in elective office, but he had something far more valuable. He cared, and we knew it, and he gave hope to millions. It was impossible to miss the depth of his caring for Americans, especially the downtrodden, the poor. Even his detractors saw that, and his depth of caring was what we needed as we struggled through the horrors of the war in Vietnam, the social upheavals at home, and the inept leadership of President Johnson. Bobby Kennedy represented hope in plain sight from our miserable, hapless leadership and from our national feelings of hopelessness. And that is why the country grieved so when he was killed. We may have grieved more for him than for his assassinated brother. At the very least, we grieved in an intensely heartfelt way. When John Kennedy was killed, it was a loss of innocence for a generation. When Bobby Kennedy was killed, it was a profound loss of hope for the nation. And that is why we remember starkly that awful day in June 1968. Bobby Kennedy's death reminds us always to seek leaders who care about us and give us hope. That caring and hope are what make everything possible. I'm Jack Altshuler.